Alright, test. Test this. Test. Alright, there we go. It's working. Man, I'm so happy I finally got this DLC. Ooh. You can make this into a server? That's pretty cool. How does multiplayer work? Oh, so I can invite friends. That's cool. But we're just gonna make this a solo world. Okay, I guess I can't change these settings. Do I need to change any of this? I'll probably just leave it as it is. Noise. Alright, there we go. Now we just gotta wait for this to load. I'm excited. I didn't think it was gonna take that long to load. Proceed. That's fine with me. Uh, please do not change preference. Okay. Alright. Please do not change preview. Alright. Render distance of 8 is recommended. Okay. Make sure your sounds are turned up. Some dialog boxes will not allow you to continue until a whole voice line has been played because it is extremely important. Okay. Oh, can I move? Oh, I can. Alright. This map contains flash warnings. Okay. Am I supposed to come down here? Alright. Where's my render distance at? Should I check? I don't remember how to do it. And it said don't change my preview. Oh, nope. Game. Render distance. Okay. I don't remember how to turn down my render distance. Where is it? Well, I don't know where it is because I don't remember. But, oh, is it video? Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. That was really high. All right. Oh, please use headphones for the best experience. Okay. Oh, they got the D&D books and everything. Look at all that. That's so cool. They got pizza. They got the character sheets. Cast shift. I can't tell, but I think that's a magic user. Someone with, I think that might be like a paladin or something, because I see a shield. What is this? It's so hard to tell. It looks like that might be a monk or something, but I can't tell. But that just looks so cool. Oh, look at the little DM stream too. That's so adorable. Look at all the D&D books as well too. Wow. They really outdone themselves with this. Man, when they said they were bringing D&D, they said they were bringing D&D.
Hey, glad you made it. I'm
Oh.
really happy that you're willing to give this game a shot. It's one of my favourite things to do with friends. Between the role-playing, strategy and just being goofy with each other, it's always a great time. D&D has something for every kind of player. Now, you said the other day that you wanted to just get kind of an intro experience before joining my regular campaign group. So I figured a more individual sort of experience would be a good way of showing you the ropes. Give you an idea of what the experience can feel like. Just take a seat whenever you feel like getting started. I've got snacks that should last us until the end of the universe, so help yourself to those too.
Oh, that's so cool. They even got a little dungeon master. Does it matter where I take a seat at? Maybe it doesn't matter.
Good to go? Okay, so first things first, let's choose your class. I've got the basics already written up for a few of them, so you only need to worry about picking one.
Okay.
Do you want to be a holy warrior with the ability to heal yourself and smite your foes with the power of your deity? Paladin might be the way to go.
Paladin is pretty good.
Oh, or maybe a wizard, using your magic to blast bad guys sky high with fireballs while deflecting incoming attacks?
That one's very interesting because fireball does sound good.
But a rogue could be fun too. Hit and run tactics, poisoning your enemies and watching them succumb to the venom. So satisfying.
This is making me so excited for D&D.
But it's also lots of fun to just be a barbarian with a big axe. Barbarians can get so angry that they just kind of forget that they've been hit and keep hacking away.
Oh, that's a hard choice.
I've always had a hard time choosing when I'm a player, so take your time.
How do I choose a class though? Hold the menu item. Oh. Oh, I could either cast bunches of magic and fireball, but I'll be weak. Or I can be a barbarian. That's a hard choice. I've never been good at magic stuff. But uh maybe being far away would be better than being up close and personal. But I like being up close and personal, so yeah. Uh uh okay, this doesn't really move that much. Oh. Okay. Ooh, the damage is bad on that. The range is pretty good. Attack speed. The damage on that's pretty good. All of that's pretty good. That doesn't do that much damage though. Okay. Barbarian. Oh.
Okay, next let's allocate your stats. You want me to explain how stats and dice rolling work in this game?
Sure.
Stats determine what you're good at. Each stat has a use in combat, but they can also apply to role-playing situations and other things you do while adventuring in the world. Whenever you roll the 20-sided die, you'll add whichever stat applies to the roll.
Alright, that'll be good for any new people that want to learn about Dungeons and Dragons.
So, say you've got a +3 in wisdom and need to see if someone is telling the truth, you would roll the d20 and add 3 to whatever you rolled.
Ooh.
That insight check would show how well you're able to read that person's intentions and emotions.
Okay.
Rolling high means you can understand them and see through any lies they might be telling. Rolling low means that you believe whatever they're saying.
This explains everything so good. I love it.
Within reason, of course. If you roll a 20 on that die, then you'll almost certainly succeed at whatever you're trying to do, or at least get useful info.
Alright.
Let's try an example. You are speaking to a tavern keeper, asking after some local bandits that you've been hired to hunt down. He talks easily enough, but he says that he has no information on these people or where to find them.
Roll insight.
Okay, you rolled a 10, so add 3 to that. With a 13, you notice him tense and almost physically withdraw when you ask him about the bandits, giving you the sense that he's hiding something and knows more about the situation than he's letting on.
Oh.
That's pretty much it. Rolling a 20 when you hit someone in a fight also counts as a critical hit and doubles how much damage you do to them.
This is scratching my D&D itch right now.
Rolling a 1 on that die, though, can be really bad news. Sometimes it just means failing whatever you're doing.
Alright.
Sometimes it means failing so spectacularly that you, I don't know, fall down a flight of stairs, out of a window and into a pen of screaming goats. Okay, probably not that specifically, but you get the idea.
I do.
You'll also see that your class already has stats that will best support their abilities. How you add your extra stat points is up to you.
Oh god, I'm never good at this in D&D and
Do
regular
you want
D&D.
to make them better at what they already do, or do you want to balance them out a bit? You'll get more stat points to distribute as we play, so don't worry about this step too much.
Okay, that's good. Alright, I gotta open a menu. How many points do I have? Oof, my intelligence is not that good. Okay. At least get these out of the, can I at least get these out of the negatives? And my charisma is so low. Okay.
And like that, you've made your first character. Congrats!
No idea if I did that right. I don't know if I picked the
Now,
right stats.
how
but I
about we
remember doing
dive
it.
right into things? Let me just set the scene for you.
Oh, yes.
The continent of Faerun has seen hundreds of stories turn into legends. The Dawn Age, when dwarves overthrew the tyrannical giants and elves waged war against evil dragons, thereby carving out a place in the world for small folk. The tyranny of the Rose Dragon, when the great red worm Ylvir Asalisar nearly razed
Oh my God, that's a long
Kalimshan
name.
and established her cruel empire. The time of troubles, when celestials and fiends alike were cast from their own realms, warring and laying waste to the mortal plane in their efforts to reclaim their divine positions. Yet each great story has great people steering the narrative. The Rose Dragon's empire only fell because Rafak al-Khajan and his companions slew the evil beast. The times of troubles ended because those like the mage Midnight rose to the occasion, in their case taking the mantle of divinity from the slain celestial Mistra until she could be resurrected. Now we come to the precipice of another such event, a budding calamity that could warp reality as we know it. Though there is no prophesied chosen one, no foreseen savior, if you play your cards right, you might just be able to avert what is to come. Or perhaps your story will simply serve as a cautionary tale for those who survive. Despite this, it all starts with something as mundane as fetching groceries for your parents.
Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is making me want to play D&D so badly right now. This is just doing everything for me right now. Yes. It is so good.
We open on Nashkel, a village on the northern slopes of the Cloud Peaks. The late spring rains have abated, making the trek across town to deliver a commission for your father at least a bit less muddy. As you make your way back along the main street, though, it is hard not to notice that your otherwise quiet home is riddled with strained, whispered conversations.
Oh, I got my battle axe. That's so cool. Okay, alright. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to be going. They even got dragonborns. That's so cool. Oh my god, your eyebrows are so big. Hello. How do I talk to you? Oh, wrong one.
Standing behind his produce stand is Eric, one of the farmers living on the village's outskirts. You have known him for most of your life, though he is still young and smile lines have only just begun to crease the sides of his eyes.
Continue.
Your father said you'd be along to pick up his purchase. I don't envy him his back problems, as if he didn't have enough to deal with already as the headman. Anyhow, here you go. I'm sure he appreciates having you around to do all the heavy lifting for him.
Old age
Yeah,
things.
old age doesn't seem to agree with him.
Yeah, well, it doesn't with most of us. If you're ever given the option of growing old, don't.
What's everyone whispering about? I only caught a bit.
Everyone's worried about the people who've gone missing. You probably already heard about Helsa not coming home yesterday. That makes the 4th person in 2 weeks. The trackers looking for her haven't come back yet, but if it's anything like the other 3 disappearances, they won't find anything.
Oh?
People are real frightened, and I can't blame them. Might be a good idea to not wander around on your own, even in town.
Confident.
Yeah, I can take care of myself. See you around.
Is this my character's name? Weird.
Mm-hmm. See you around.
Alright, return home. Am I supposed to talk to him? Alright. Where's my home at, though? Is this my home? I came from this way. Where's it behind? Oh. Can I sprint? I can't sprint. Nice. I thought I could only walk. That's so cool. Oh, can I have that? No, I can't loot stuff. I'm gonna be so sad.
You
if I can't
hear
loot
voices
stuff.
from inside your house. Perhaps it is worth waiting and listening in.
And I just heard about it this morning.
Does anyone else know?
I caught one of the trackers before he could go out to look for Helsa. He said he'd check it out while the trail was still warm, if there was one, but I don't know if he told anyone else first.
We'll have to assume that he did. People are already starting to panic, and this will make it worse.
Ooh.
I heard people at the market this morning talking about unfamiliar monsters. No one had seen the things themselves, but the rumors are bad enough.
This goes on and you'll have a mob at your front door demanding answers.
I'm surprised we haven't seen one.
Oh, hi, welcome.
We've got to get ahead of this.
I'm playing the Minecraft X Dungeons and Dragon DLC.
Give me a minute. I've got an idea, but I
I'm so happy I was able to buy it.
You're welcome to stay if you like. They should be back soon.
Okay, enter my house. Oh, okay.
Ah, there you are. Put the food on the table and come talk to me. There's something we need to discuss.
Alright. Hello.
Listen, you've heard about the people going missing.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not going to
pretty
sugarcoat
cool.
this, but the whole Kelsit
Okay.
family is gone.
Take your time.
Neri found their farm empty this morning without even a sign of struggle.
Alright, continue.
This is asking a lot, and I've got a feeling your mother's going to kill me after I say this.
Then don't say it.
Thanks, you
But
told
I
him.
need you to go speak with Endan Dravair and ask for his help.
You're right. I think I will throttle you. Are you insane? People are going missing, and you think sending Katra out into the woods by
That's my
themselves is
character's name.
somehow a good idea?
Oh, themselves? My character goes by they them? That's yes. Yes.
I have to agree with Ellen. They'd make a tempting target.
Yes, I love it. Sorry, I'm getting too excited.
The trackers have been going on their own, and no one's bothered them. Besides, after all the training I've put Katra through, they should be fine on their own.
Ah, I just love the they them pronouns. Ah!
Yes, but you could just send one of the trackers, or someone else.
I'm so excited. Continue.
I want the trackers to keep looking for our people. Other than them, there's no one else I'd trust in the woods more than Katra.
So my character's name is Katra.
After all the times you've run off into there as a kid, you probably know the paths better than most of the villagers. And Vair's important. His ego probably won't let him talk to just a random villager. Neri could go, but she doesn't know how to fight, and I don't want the community's healer to be missing for a whole day if someone breaks their arm.
That's true.
And you're not worried what Vair might do to them?
Unless Katra does something really stupid, which I would trust them not to, they'll be fine.
Look, you're talking to me. I will 100% do something stupid. Happy to help.
Mom, if I can help the village, then I'm happy to do it. Besides, I was just in the woods yesterday looking for berries, and I was fine.
I was hoping you'd say that. This isn't exactly a enviable task. I'm proud of you.
Aw.
Now, Endan Dravair is a proud creature. He has the wisdom of the ages and probably knows something that we don't. But there's a good chance he won't help us for free, just on principle. If he doesn't, I want you to offer him money. This pouch has 100 gold coins in it.
Oh, that's a lot. It's my family
100?
rich.
Where did you get that kind of money?
Right. Oh, my mouse. Sorry, I just had to fix my mouse real quick. There you go.
I took it from the village's emergency fund. I'd say this counts. Rounded it out to 100 using money we were saving for a new roof. Start with a low offer, like 30, and work your way up, unless you think you're going to insult him or lose his interest.
Alright.
Whatever help or advice he can give will be welcome. If we're lucky, he might already know where our missing people are or where to look. A bird's eye view could show him what we need.
I
Alright.
still think that this is a bad idea.
If I'm being honest, it probably is a bad idea, but it's the only one we've got.
That's true.
Is there anything else I should know before going?
At this point, you know everything that we do. I wish we could be of more help, but Vair's home is not far. Hopefully nothing will bother you on the way.
Right. I guess I'll head out now then.
Oh, before you go, do you want to do a quick sparring match? Couldn't hurt to brush up on your technique, just in case.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I don't know the skills in this game, so. Okay, try hitting the target, press your attack, and your weapon in your hand. Okay. Okay. The higher your dexterity, the faster you'll be. Okay, try. Every time you attack is a 1 in 20 chance to do a critical hit. Critical hits will deal about twice as much damage. The stats will increase. Try dealing a critical hit to train them using your basic attack. Okay. Okay, so I can go to that in case. Oh, nice. Let's try out your class ability in your inventory. There is the ability and spell items. When selecting a ability item slot, you can hold use item to let's see. You can hold using the item to perform it. You can learn more abilities in the ability tab in the in-game menu. Oh, okay. Okay, so I got Rage and Storm. Okay, after using your ability, you will enter a cooldown. You won't be able to use the ability again until the cooldown is over. Be sure your abilities. Okay, let's put your skills to the test. Try to defeat the dummy. Okay. Alright. Am I doing it right? Nice.
One more thing.
Oh!
I'm sure you can find your way and don't want me fussing over you. But in case something happens, you should take your father's old wayfinder.
I mean, I'll take it.
Thanks. I'll take good care of it.
Yeah, because I get lost way too much.
Just be careful, and come back in one piece. We'll be waiting for you with some dinner ready.
Will do. Okay. Alright. Oh wait, what does it say? Hold the wayfinder to see where you need to go. I'm holding it. Oh. Oh. Okay. Let's see. In the menu, you can list and manage features such as quests, armor, stats, and abilities. Check it out. Hold. Okay. Oh. Oh. My character looks so weird. I only got one armor. And I don't get that many abilities. Remember, all music in this map is ordinary. It should be safe to stream. Should not cause a copyright flag, but if you want to, be extra careful. And this will turn music off. Nah, if it says it's safe, then it's safe. Alright. And we shall keep going. On my way, on my way. My character walking in a corner is hilarious. Alright. I'm glad that they gave me this, because if they didn't, I would have been like, where am I supposed to be going? Who are you? Oh, okay. Well, I'm trying to hurt this man, apparently. And instead of my music, so I'm just gonna trust that I should not be copyrighted claimed. Alright. Keeping my eyes open because I'm not trusting anything.
What is that? Oh, is someone... Whoa! Stay back!
Oh! It's a goblin! Ah! I got some more goblins! Get back! Oh, nice! I got 20.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't
wonder if
either.
they got something to do with what's going on.
Okay. Hear my character's voice is so weird in Minecraft. I didn't rage yet, but I want to say that. Let's keep going. I was expecting just random goblins to come out. Ooh, there's a chest right there. How do I get to that? Alright. Maybe over this way. Alright. Maybe if I go here, and yeah. There we go. Ooh. Magic potions. Thank you, chess. I'm so happy they got looting in here. Oh no, are we gonna
Guess
get...
this is it?
Yeah.
Unless this wayfinder led me to some old owlbear den.
I got the owlbears.
Okay then.
Of course, there's the owlbear. Alright, keep our eyes open. Oh my god, this sounds ominous. I can't even tell if this is the regular Minecraft sound.
What
Oh. Why would I investigate that sound? I mean, this is Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. Oh. I'm scared. This is making me very intense right now. Okay, this is behind me.
Why do you do this? Release me!
Oh, that poor dragon. Ooh.
What was that?
A gold coin?
As you reach for the coin that seemed to suck the life from Endan Dravair, you note a crack running down its face. Whatever these people want with it, you doubt they should have it. The moment you touch the metallic surface, though, a jolt of energy sears through your fingers and up your arm, followed by a sense of pressure, as if the ocean's tide were rushing into your flesh. Recoiling, the coin is adhered to your fingertips, bound there even as you feel that the force pouring from it stretches your skin and crushes your bones, threatening to rupture and burst your entire body. Rather than your body, though, it is the coin that bursts, erupting into shards of metal as the same light that flowed into it earlier streams into you. The physical pain abates, though something continues to press on your mind, clawing its way into your thoughts and filling your skull as the world around you distorts and turns insensible, chaotic, and then, finally, dark.
Did I back up?
What happened?
Where am I even at?
Who are you? What have you done to me?
I don't know.
Answer me!
Oh,
Please stop. Who are you? What are you doing to me?
Who am I? Will ask again. Who are you? What happened to those people in my cave?
continue.
Your cave? Who or what are you?
I agree. Welcome back.
Do not play games,
You just messed up something really
child.
epic.
I am Endan Dravair, and you will answer my questions.
Ibn Dravael? That's a your head name.
My name's Katra. I live in the nearby village. You're
Yeah,
saying
you messed up an
you're the
epic
dragon?
scene. But it's okay, it's probably more.
Do not play games with me, child. Now answer my questions. What happened in my cave, and what have you done to me?
Any
What do
memories?
you remember?
I remember they must
Let
have
me know if the
trapped
sounds are
my
good.
soul in that coin. I have heard of artifacts that can do such. I
Oh.
had never expected that it would be so painful, though. It felt like I was being torn and pulled apart, then crushed until I could not even tell what part of my body I was feeling.
This makes me so excited.
Suppose, though, that I was not feeling my body at all.
This is like feeding my D&D itch right now because, it's just so amazing. I just started playing it, but just,
After that, I saw the thing seeping out of my body, but I could not see if I was breathing. Everything after is unclear. It hurts to remember.
I guess I just have a dragon inside of me now.
I was still reeling when the next thing I clearly saw was your face. A moment before I felt that transfer again. Then we were here.
What now?
Now, we need to return me to my... Do you smell smoke?
Yeah, it is like Minecraft stories. I never played Minecraft stories.
I'm going home. I need to see if anything has happened.
Oh no, is my home getting burnt down?
This is a waste of time. You need to find the people who took my body immediately.
Only after I see if they went to my village first. They may have done something.
Yeah, my parents. This is how D&D characters' backstories are written. Something always happens to their village, I'm telling you. I mean, you probably still can. Isn't it still a thing? Oh, was that smoke right there? Oh no.
No, no, no!
Oh no, please don't tell me my parents or something happened to my character's parents. Oh no. Oh yeah, something definitely happened.
Mom! Dad! Nadi! Tosh! Tanil! Anyone!
Oh, I can't go inside.
What happened to the house? Mom! Dad! Help! Someone help! Someone tell me what!
Ah, so there is someone left. Oh, I figured there would be a few of you bumpkins left scurrying about like
Oh, some
rats.
physical copies. Oh, I didn't know
We
that.
can't have you going and squealing to your neighbors about us. No, we want things to be quiet and peaceful. So you will have to come with us.
What have you done to my home? Where is everyone?
Take or kill them. We'll have no witnesses today.
Oh. Rage time, baby! Let's go! Get back! Get back! Oh!
This was my home.
Not
Alright.
anymore, it would seem.
Shut up! Someone has to be left behind.
Wow, he really just said it to my
anyone
character.
there?
My character's parents could be
It's
gone.
Contra! Where are you?
Dang.
Foolish whelp. Looking at this place, if they did not respond the first time, I doubt they ever will. You may search, but you seem to be alone here.
Look, sir, this is not gonna help my character's
Why
trauma.
would they do this? Where is everyone?
Do you actually expect an answer to that question, or are you simply asking empty questions to hear yourself speak?
No, I was expecting you to actually be helpful and offer some insight, but I guess that was too much to ask, wasn't it?
You right.
Careful, child. I may not have my own body, but it seems that I can still harm yours.
Stop it already! Look! A lot has happened all at once!
Alright?
I had a dragon hop into my head and start tearing it apart, and then a few minutes later I found out my home and everyone I know are now gone! This is a bit overwhelming, and I'd appreciate a bit of compassion, you callous lizard!
Call him a lizard down.
How dare you! Consider yourself fortunate that I am merciful and willing to overlook this slight in light of your obvious distress and
I have
lack
no
of
idea.
self-control.
It's just a whole cutscene
What
right
are
now.
you doing in my cave, anyhow?
Some of the villagers had gone missing. I was going to ask you for your help finding them.
Well, it seems
The
that a few
D&D
missing
for you.
persons is the least of your village's concerns now.
That's cruel.
Cruel and not appreciated right now. I understand that you're upset, but I am too. So can you please lay off?
Fine.
Good. What
So what
now?
are we supposed to do now? I don't have a home, and you don't have a body, and I'm not letting you take over mine.
I do not think that I could even if I tried. As much as it galls me to admit it, all I can do is hurt you. I think that I could kill you if I truly wished, but that would likely end my life too.
That's good to know.
We shall hunt the people who took my body. We will find a way.
If I'm
for
being
you to
quiet,
take me
it's because
back,
I'm
and
trying to
I
let
can
the,
force answers out of those treacherous
let the thing
eels.
talk. I
Perhaps
don't
you
wanna
can
talk
use
over
the
it.
coin again to set things right.
That is messed up. I agree. I agree.
But it exploded when I touched it. It felt like something was being forced into me before I blacked out.
The dragon's very mean.
That must have been when you came.
Without the coin, I doubt that you would have been able to restore me anyhow, much less after whatever that monster of theirs did to me in the time since. It seemed to be fusing with my form. It might have been feeding, but that was not the impression I felt.
I'm a barbarian.
So I've got the same question as before. What now?
Short of purging my soul from your body, which I would not recommend lest you want me to destroy the both of us first, you will need to put me into another vessel. Ideally, though,
what do you mean by that?
My own original body, purified of whatever has come to infest it. If your villagers were taken by this group, then finding where they have taken me will also lead you to the answers you seek.
Sure, but I don't know anything about healing dragons or moving souls from one body to another. How are we supposed to do all of that, or even find these people?
I think that the best course now would be to seek the advice of the scholars.
Every game
in
I've seen you
Candlekeep.
play.
It is relatively
We're
close.
going for the
and
heavy
hosts
hitter.
the greatest
Okay.
collection of
Okay,
knowledge
look.
in Faerun that I am aware of, anyhow. If anyone would know of a cure or be able to devise one and be able to tell us more about this group of
Look,
people
just
that
do
attacked
more
me,
damage, okay?
then we will almost certainly find them in Candlekeep's great library.
If I'm playing solo, it's the
Rather
best
than
option.
walk the whole way, see if that man with the cart is heading north. Preserve your strength while you can.
I think that's actually the first good, usable advice you've given me.
Do not push your luck with such frequent sarcasm, child. Find the cart and let us leave.
That does make sense. Oh, chapter 1, unlock the new spell, Fireball. Oh, I got Fireball! Yes! Oh, yeah. I probably shouldn't have used that, but I don't care. I wanted to try it out. I wanted to try it out, and now I got Fireball. I watched someone else on YouTube watch it because I didn't have the money to buy, to like rent it out or go to the movies. So like I just went on YouTube and watched someone else watch the movie, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Hello, sir.
Need a lift?
After nearly 2 weeks of walking, leaving
Yeah.
over
Movies are
100 miles
expensive.
of the coast road behind you, Candlekeep's soaring spires are finally close
Ooh.
enough to reveal their details. Set atop a craggy peninsula,
Man, someone really
rising
built this
above
map.
the Sea of Swords, the fortress overlooks the surrounding farmland, while keeping a healthy distance from
D&D
the
for ya.
wild and shadowy Cloakwood.
At last. I had forgotten how long it can take to travel when one does not have wings with which to fly. It certainly seems tedious.
Yeah, I do too, but like everything's so expensive nowadays. Like even buying games is really expensive. Like this game was only this DLC on Minecraft was like only $9. But like I want to play like I want to get like Fae Farm, but that's like $39.99. I'm just like I'm too broke for that.
Remember, Candlekeep is the home of the Avowed, the greatest scholars on the continent. Be respectful, follow their rules, and try not to let
Nothing else I
anything
can do
too
about it, so.
uncivilized come out of your mouth.
Any tips?
Anything I should know about this place before we go any further?
Steam has a really good sale now. I recommend. Yeah, it does. I bought a few games. I put like Vampire Survival. That was on sale, and then I bought all the DLC for that as well, which was also on sale as well. And I was thinking about one day doing like a speed run of like Vampire Survival, trying to beat every single level and getting everything in it. Don't know if I can, but I'll try.
Last I was here, they only allowed the local scholars called the Avowed through the Emerald Door into the inner ward, where the libraries are. They have since eased their restrictions somewhat, I have heard, but
Well, I hope
be
you enjoyed the
prepared to
stream.
do some favors or pay for entrance.
Cause I try not to talk too much when they're talking because I don't know if my voice is too loud over the dialogue.
Hey, with what money? You said the 100 gold my father gave me was a pitiful sum outside of your minor hamlet. Your words.
Dang, 100 gold is a lot of money
I'm
though.
sure that you will figure something out.
All right, let's
Get
get going.
going.
Nah, I'm not paying attention to the story much. I mean, that's D&D for you, though. D&D will always be like that. Lots of story. That's what I like about it. Story and roleplay. I've been wanting to play this for like a good while. When I heard about it. Like, you can play this with friends, but I'm doing this myself, so it's just me. But it makes me wonder if I can like invite people here to like play on this world with me. That would be cool. Other than that, I'm doing a solo
These
session.
fields look almost untended, and I do not hear any farmhands or livestock. Have these places been abandoned for some reason? Keep a keen eye out. If these people fled their homes, they must have had a good reason to do so.
Where did the marker go? It disappeared. Okay. Is that person right there?
Hey, you! Wait, I've got something to tell you about those guards.
Okay. Is this guy a gnome or a goblin?
We're
Oh, he's a
starting to
halfling.
wonder if you'd actually stop to talk.
It says he's sketchy, so I don't know if I
What do you
wanna
need to warn us about?
Why he British? I don't know.
Well, the guards aren't going to let you in. I saw you coming up the road, and it's pretty clear you're not from here. So no one's going to let you in, even to the Court of Air.
Continue.
Why aren't they letting strangers in?
People have been going missing in the area. Travellers and locals alike. Those farms you pass by, for example.
I don't know. The voice acting is
Yeah, the
very
families that
interesting.
live there just up and vanished. No sign of an attack or anything. So the people in charge are getting right paranoid and only allowing residents to enter the city.
So how do we get in?
That's hilarious.
If you're gonna enter Candlekeep, you're gonna need a residence pass. They handed them out to all the locals in their jurisdiction, but it was pretty rushed, and with my special set of skills, I can make one that will fool the guards into letting you through the gate. What do you say? 25 gold, and the documents will be all yours.
I don't trust that. I'm trying to insight him.
He is telling the truth about people vanishing and the guards being extra cautious, but he is also scalping you with that price.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay you that much money. Oof. My intimidation.
You'll do this for free, otherwise I'm reporting you to the guards.
I failed!
Nice try, but you're not the first to use that angle. It's 25.
Fine. We have a deal.
Good.
No,
Now, I can't
I
make this pass for
failed.
nothing, and I sold my last copy a week ago, so you'll need to find one of your own that I can modify.
Of course. It's D&D, of course. I'm always failing. Did someone message me on Discord? Oh, no, it's just Palia. Alright. I thought that was...
Look at those farmhouses, though. The families there were either taken or left in a hurry. There might have one or two lying around. Bring back a copy, plus payment, and I'll get to work.
Did I just pay you?
Be careful, though. The people are gone, but I've heard some rustling around there and other strange sounds. Never seen anything, but it gives me the creeps.
Yeah, your art's
And I
pretty
think
good.
I saw someone
like
go
it.
into one of those houses, maybe to stay the night, but I never saw them come out. Probably just missed them, though. Good luck!
Thanks for that, sire. Thanks for that.
Of course, we have to do the legwork.
We? I'm the one doing all the work. You're just along for the ride.
I will contribute as best I can.
So do I gotta
My
go here?
advice by itself could prove invaluable.
Yeah, if you ever give it.
Nah, I mean of you. Oh! Oh! You. Oh! I mean, you're welcome to make a fan art if you want to. You're not required to. But you're welcome. I would definitely love to see it. Okay. Where am I supposed to be going? Oh. Alright. Nothing in here. Alright, I guess I'll go to the next house. Find the documents. You have? You made fan art of me? When? I don't remember that. Let me look at the Discord server. Am I blind? Oh, now I see it. That looks pretty. That looks good. I like that a lot. I didn't even know you had it. I didn't even know you saw my full picture of my Minecraft skin.
Oh! What is this thing?
Oh.
Some sort of construct, it would seem. I would presume that it is guarding this house, unless someone left it with more malicious intentions.
Thanks, but that advice
Sorry, I got
isn't helping me
distracted.
to kill it.
Just tear it apart. If it cannot hold itself together, it is no threat. To think you needed my help to figure even that out.
Oh my god, this dragon's gonna make me smack him. Not the scarecrow's coming alive. Right? How am I not hitting you? But thank you for the fan art. It's much appreciated. I like it a lot. I love how colorful you made it as well and sparkly. 10 out of 10. I think that's the first time I actually got fan art, which I appreciate. How do I? Oh no, I'm getting attacked again. Oh, I don't know what that was. Where'd you even come from? Ah. Okay, sir. I'm hitting you. That's cheating. Now, how do I get inside this house, though? Oh, where are you guys coming from? I'm just trying to figure out how to get inside this house.
Finally! What were those things doing on a farm? I don't think seagulls justify that level of protection.
No, perhaps they wandered here. Rogue constructs are not unheard of. Still, you might learn something if you look around. Then again, what have scarecrows to do with our mission?
Not much, I guess.
Katra, I'm going to try something. Do not be alarmed if things start to look different.
Wait.
Oh!
Whoa. Okay, what's going on?
I said not to be alarmed.
Okay, that blinded me.
I was uncertain if I could do this. While in
Flash
your body,
warning.
but
I forgot
my
that was in the
intimate
game.
connection to the material plane allows me certain privileges of perception when...
Plain speak, please. Village kid, remember?
Of course. In essence, I can see some elements of magic, how enchantments work, their origin or nature, what they draw power from. It depends on the situation, but you get the gist of it.
Oh, so like detect magic.
Perhaps this will help on occasion, though I must admit that it is somewhat taxing to use this ability with your body. Please be quick.
The state that was holding the scarecrow upright is uninteresting, but the hole where it was seems to have been disturbed relatively
Pretty
recently. This was only put in a week ago, if that.
Let's go. Oh, this looks so cool. Alright, let me go before he runs out of magic. Oh, there's a ladder. Alright. Can I open that? No. Chest! Oh! Run to... I don't think I need that. I was totally gonna take that, but then I was just like, oh wait, it's rotten. Yeah, that ladder was not visible. Yeah, I don't think I need
Folded
these.
and then stuffed haphazardly among a pile of now rotting onions, you find a piece of parchment marked with an official-looking seal and titled Evidence of Residence in the Candlekeep Territories.
Yeah, there would definitely be a mimic.
A bit wordy, and a bit more aromatic than you'd like,
I can
but
see
it
that
should
now.
do the
I
trick.
can definitely see it. Because I'm someone who loves loot.
Good. Now return to that individual Scratch. Let us hope that he is adequate to the task.
Hope or not, we don't have many other options to resort to, Vair.
Why must you insist on calling me that?
It's what everyone in the village called you. It's easier than saying your full name.
Be glad that I am a magnanimous and forgiving dragon, else I would be inclined to start tearing up your mind again.
Don't worry, you're already a big enough headache as it is.
Oh, dang. I like how these two are just assaulting each other non-stop.
Ah, is that a bit of legal documentation I see there?
Yeah.
And smell? Phew. Okay, well, you work with what you've got, right? Give me a bit to scrape off and refinish the important parts, then I'll start with colour matching, then confirming handwriting, and your eyes are glazing over. Just give me the goods and wait a bit.
Right?
And here you go.
And like, look at him. Look at this poor man.
You absolutely belong to the area and can come and go as you like. Just don't let any wizards near it. They get curious. They've probably got spells or something that can sniff out a forgery. Otherwise, though, no one will ever be the wiser. Enjoy the castle!
Oh! Oh! He just died! Bruh! Was he supposed to die? I'm so confused! He died! He died! I don't know. I don't know if that was supposed to happen, but that was hilarious. Hello?
Papers, please.
Here's my residence certificate.
The guard glances at the paper, noting the seal and the signatures,
That was
but
hilarious.
does not peer too closely. Watching him scrunch up his nose, the cursory inspection might have to do with not wanting to put his face too close to the smell of rancid onions.
I heard about that game, but I never played it.
Right. Everything looks fine. Head on in. Just keep an eye out for any strange activity.
Oh! Oh, okay. Thank you.
Passing through the city walls, you are dumped into a large,
Ooh.
open square that seems to double as a marketplace. It is not exactly brimming with life, but considering how you've lived nearly all of your life in a small village, the number of people in one place is staggering, and the activity threatens to be overwhelming.
Good. That was tedious, but we made it.
Is this a
Now
tiefling?
the next part could be problematic. Only the Avowed and certain others are
Oh, it is
allowed into the
tiefling.
inner ward through the emerald door on the far side of this courtyard. Talk to the keeper there and
Oh.
determine what is required to get in and speak with one of the
I
experts.
gotta move my thing supposed to be. Oh, there you go. Now I can actually see. Oh, that's a Dragonborn child. That's so cute. Where do I need to go? How am I supposed to figure out where the innkeeper is? Sorry, don't mind me just gawking at everything. Is this the innkeeper? Yeah. Oh wait, what's this called? The Merry Unicorn Inn. I do have a lot of money. I gotta see. I don't know how good that is, cause I gotta see. Oh, hey, I have 2 inventable points. I kind of want to get my stats up more. My strength. I don't know. I'm a barbarian, so strength needs to be a bit high. Let's see. Oh, my armor does not give me anything good. Alright then. Basics. It doesn't really tell me that much, so cool. Alright, so hello. Oh, hello. Is this where I'm supposed to go? No? Did I go the wrong way? My thing, it said go to the inn, and I went to the inn. This is on Bedrock. Didn't he say go to the inn? Enter the inn, warden. Oh, okay, so it's a different inn, okay. I didn't know there was more than one. Oh, okay, I don't think I was supposed to go in there. I wonder how much this stuff is get. I might buy this stuff later on in a minute. You know what? I don't know. Probably nothing. Yeah, nothing.
What business have you here, child?
I need a scholar?
I wish to speak with one of the researchers.
I mean, I can always play Skyrim later on, and then you can watch me beat up a bunch of NPCs, but then the guards will come.
You and everyone else. Do you have an appointment or a letter of introduction?
What?
Yes, I am to speak with Avowed Tenbri.
I got a 20! Let's go, baby!
I do not see any such appointment, but I can tell that you are sincere.
I can't believe I actually
so
got
I will
20.
send a runner to find this avowed for you. That ought to be acceptable, yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am to speak with Avowed Tenbri.
What's
What
it
is
up?
your job here?
I am the keeper of the Emerald Door. If you cannot deduce my duties from that, then a nexus of learning may not be an appropriate place for you.
Thank
Oh.
you for your time.
My pleasure.
Okay. So what do I do now? Yeah, I'm like a Skyrim so far, even though I keep dying every 5 minutes, and it makes me very sad. Find a way. There was a hard. It should be done. Security might be tight. Could be the same kind. So enter library, but you'll have to enter the innkeep to get in. Okay.
This is unacceptable.
Oh.
We must find someone to assist us, and soon. I can only imagine what those monsters are doing with my body, and already I chafe at being confined to yours.
Like, imagine, like, if I just decided to start playing, Skyrim, and I just play Skyrim, but then make my character a food reviewer. I just go inside and just like, this bread is just too hard. 3 stars. And everybody's just like, 3
Wow,
stars.
thanks. Well, do you happen to know where we could find a rare or unique book?
No. Distasteful as this may be,
That would
we
be
might have to
hilarious.
find another dubiously legal way around this problem. Actually, I remember passing a sewer grate
Skyrim
earlier.
mukbang.
If there are sewers for this outer area, then they
Hashtag
surely
gone
have
emotional.
some for the inner ward.
So, you want me to break into a sewer, sneak through Ogma knows what kind of filth, and then break into the inner ward to, what? Kidnap or threaten a scholar into helping us?
That's messed up. First time I played Skyrim, I immediately hit the guild guy, and he, me outside the tutorial cave thing. My body fell on the ground as the game started, spinning for hours before my PlayStation shut off. My mom is better at Skyrim than I am, and she hates me to go, oh, dang.
Presumably, we would be able to find someone more reasonable, or at least amenable to our request. However, we cannot do that from out here. The sewers are our only
My
option
mom,
right now.
used to play video games. Well, she would play some once in a while, but she hasn't in like a long time.
You only say this because you won't have to smell what I do.
Actually, I will. You think I only see through your eyes? Child, I am bound to experience everything that you do. Believe me, sharing in your bodily functions these past weeks has been far from enjoyable.
Ew. Okay, point taken. Sewers it is then, I
Alright,
guess?
That's the main question. Yuck. Good main space. Yeah, apparently my character smells horrible. Should I buy this armor? Wait, why did I say Baldur's Gate right there? I didn't notice that before. Let's see. Would you like to buy this? 1 plus strength, 1 plus gone. Ooh, that's better than what I have. Purchase. 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 And you might as well purchase this too. Alright. And then we'll do it here. Oh, I already got the armor on. Nice. Now it shows my stats. I gotta stop pushing edit, exit. There's a part of this that reminds me a lot of those old adventure maps. Oh, I haven't really played much of the adventure maps. Ooh. Sure, give me these X. Oh, I don't have that much money. Oops, I'm out of money. I spent way too much money. Way up, it's okay. Okay. How am I supposed to get back here? Oh, okay, I was like, hello? You're broke. Yeah, because I spent all my money on the stuff.
This is what living in a city means? How can one place produce so much filth?
You sounded as if you knew what you were getting into.
I thought I did. Didn't think it'd be this plentiful.
What does she mean by that?
I
mean, your day meaning by that.
Of civilization.
I forgot my character goes by they them
People
pronouns apparently,
messy.
and I love it. I
Vader?
love it.
Are you okay?
I love when characters go by they them
Do not
pronouns.
call me that. It's strange. Even without a body or the need to breathe, I feel a tightness in my chest. Lightheadedness. I think that it would be best to spend as little time in here as possible. Please, hurry through this place.
Well, I was actually just getting used to the smell. Thought maybe we could wander around a bit. Maybe find a spot for a picnic.
Not a picnic in the sewers.
No. We will move through here as quickly as possible. Do you understand?
Wait, you don't sound so good. What's going on?
We need to move quickly. You are wasting time.
Can I
Is
help?
there anything I can do to help?
No. Now stop asking idiotic questions.
Alright, let's make this quick.
You know, have you ever
That is
just
the right direction.
looked at a
It
sewer and
seems to
been like,
no longer be sewers
picnic?
beyond this point. These are probably the tunnels running beneath the inner ward I have heard of. Catacombs, vaults, labs. Much of the work and knowledge of the Avowed is down here, it seems. Unfortunately, there is a ward on the door. You will need to find a key, unless you wish to be fried.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right.
No, I don't.
You're right. They do eat in sewers. Okay, so I gotta find a key for that. But knowing me, I'm gonna get my butt lost, like I always do in games. That scared me. Key.
Wait, look at that.
Oh.
On the ground.
There's nothing on the ground.
Precisely.
Helpful?
The rest of this
Right, it is
place
good.
is a riot of grime and muck, child, yet this path is almost spotless. I would be willing to bet half of my entire horde that a gelatinous cube has come this way.
Oh no, not gelatinous
A
cube.
what now?
An oozing monster that inhabits places like this. Some people and more intelligent creatures keep them as witless guardians and janitors. The things absorb and dissolve any animal or plant material they touch as a way of
Not
eating.
gonna lie,
They cannot dissolve
I always wanted to
metals
know
and
what a
other
gelatinous
non-living
cube would
things,
taste
though,
like.
So they can
Even
carry
though
the
it would
equipment
literally
and
kill
goods
you,
of whomever they
'cause
have
it's acid.
eaten for some time.
but at the same
Whoever?
time, it's very
As
tempting.
in people?
Of course. Do not be dense, child. Now follow this trail. You might find something interesting floating in the cube's body. Just be careful, though, as they can be
I know I
transparent
can't
and
eat it.
thus
I'm just
easy to
saying
overlook.
I want to know what it tastes like. I'm not saying I would actually eat it because I would die. I just want to know what it tastes like.
There, look. The thing has a key inside of it.
Oh!
It must have eaten a maintenance worker or one of the Avowed. That might get us out of the sewers.
Like, look at
and
it.
to the
Oh!
cleaner part we
It looks
saw
it
earlier.
looks
Just
it looks
don't
good.
let the creature suck you up. Please.
It just looks tasty. Okay, don't judge me. Oh wait, I could try fireball. Oh yeah, that was good right there. Oh my god. Right?
Yes, it looks as if an enchantment quite similar to the one on the locked door is embedded in this
Fireball,
key.
yay!
It should work to get us through.
And what if it sets off the trap?
Then you had best hope that the mage who put it there set it more as a deterrent rather than a defense.
Ooh, chest. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Healing potions, healing potions, healing potions, healing potions. What are these? Regeneration potion. Ooh, we shall put that right there. Okay, I have to head out now, but I hope you have the rest, good rest of the stream. Okay, have a good day. Be safe out there and have a good day.
Okay, just going to open the door. The magically trapped door stuffed with potentially lethal lightning. Right, okay.
Okay, we didn't die. Cool.
And still alive. Right, well, that's good. Yeah.
Oh, be not so dramatic. You could find much worse before we are done here.
That is true.
I've heard tell that there are guardians and occasional escaped experiments down here.
It is staying alive.
That may just be rumor.
Wow, thanks. The possibility of even greater danger certainly sets my mind at ease. Thanks, Fire.
Stop calling me that.
Stop calling me that. My name is not Fire. I'm the Great Dragon. Yeah. There's way too many skeletons. Some of them in my bear are gonna come alive. I don't trust it. Where am I supposed to even be going? I'm just going in a random direction and hoping it's the right way. Ooh, a chest. Probably a trap chest, but do I care? No.
What?
Get back!
You're right! You're right! You're right, it's a mimic! I should have listened to you! Ah! Alright. Come on. Alright. Okay.
Good job. That creature was known as...
A mimic. Yeah, I've heard of those things. Didn't expect it to be so... slimy, though. Why did it have a key inside of it, though? Did it eat someone like the cube did?
Probably not. Otherwise, we would have seen some more gruesome evidence of the meal. No, some people feed mimics various items that they need to hide or protect. If you know how to handle one of these things, they can be rather convenient guardians. As long as you keep them fed, that is.
Yeah, I can imagine the alternative.
Nice. Oh, are these rats? What are you? Get off me! Get off! Get back! Get back! Get back! Get back! Get off me! Oh! Okay. Do I need to turn down some of this music real quick? Also, why did it say... Oh. Poltergeist is still really funny. Okay. Alright. See if we find any more chests. Oh, it's a skelly boy. Oh! That was pretty awesome. Rage! Oh! How did I even get hurt from that far away? Oh, there's a lot of you. There's a lot of you. Alright. But since we're using weapons, I take less damage. Alright, come on! Come on, boy! Nice. Let's go get this. And get this. Was there anything in here? I guess not. But let's keep going. Let's see. Oh, and there's Slam. There's Sloom. Sloom. Hello, Sloom. Wow. Okay. How about that? How about that, Sloom? Ah! Ah! Give me the key. Oh. I guess it didn't actually have a key in it. I guess it's just a design. I guess they all don't have keys inside of them. But it's okay. We shall keep going. I guess I can see what's in here. Anything good? No. There is a book. Oh! Well. I just wasted my fireball. Cool. Q. But we shall keep going. A dirt chest. Okay, we gotta go that way, but I'll see what's in here real quick. See if there's anything good in the chest. Nope. Alright. We shall keep going then. Alright, I guess we just got through here. Is that not where we need to go? Can't get through there. Huh. Maybe it's a different way. Yeah, maybe I went the wrong way. Did I go the wrong way? I guess I did. Can't get through here. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Huh. Am I missing something? Maybe I am. I didn't see a chest around. Can't go through there. I guess I can just keep looking around in. Actually, I can check my quest. You entered this cavern. Okay. Up. I keep forgetting. I guess I'm doing that. Is there anything in here? What am I supposed to do? How do I find my way out? I'm lost. I don't think I have any. I don't think I have a keys or anything. I guess not. Alright. Let's go back down here then. Alright, not that way. I guess I can go all the way back around. Since I can't go to that other door. Oh. There was a chest. I just missed it. Oh! That was a mimic. I keep forgetting there's mimics in here. I forgot. Hit that! Hit lightning! Get off me! Get off me! Hit that! Hit that! Hit that! Just money and, oh. I didn't mean to do that. Ah! Alright. Get back. Alright. Rage! Fight me, boy! Fight me! Now where the rest of you at? Yeah, you wanna go too? You wanna go too? We can go. Let's go. Oh, that's a cobalt! Oh my god, it's so adorable. Oh, look at the cobalts, they're so adorable. They're so adorable. Okay, so I did go the wrong way. Get back. Get back. I need to heal. I need to heal. Oh, okay, I used way too many on accident. I meant to just use one, but I didn't know how to use it, but that's okay. Alright, come on. Oh, you have magic? Alright. Oh my god, that's a lot. Alright. Alright. Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Fight me! Fight me! Let's go! Oh my god, I need some heal. I need healing. I need healing. Okay. Oh. Alright. I want to use all my healing potions just in case. Because I only got 2 left. Alright. Alright. We're good now. Alright. Come on. You guys are pretty strong. Alright. I guess I don't have to do anything there. Let's keep going. Oh my god, that's a duplicator beast. Okay. Alright. Rage time! Go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, boy! Oh! Thing is strong! That thing is strong! Oh! Whew. Alright, what's that thing protecting anything? Alright. I didn't think there was gonna be a whole duplicator beast. Alright, we're still good on health. Rage is coming in handy, like I thought it would. Oh no, there's another jet light in this cube. Alright, fine. Okay. Nope. No trying to eat me. Oh! Okay. How about that? And that. Alright. So far we got a lot of money. Okay, let's keep going. Oh my god. That's a lot of monsters. Get it back. Get back. That's a lot of skeletons. I did say I wanted to be up close and personal, so I definitely am now. Whew. Ooh, there's another chest. Might be Mimic though. Oh, my rage. Okay, I still have my rage. Alright. Come on. Fight me. Oh, there you are. Whew. I should let myself regen for a bit. I'll just put these coins right here. There you go. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, I did not mean to rage. I gotta take my button off of rage. Because when I panic, I just press stuff. Oh my god, I'm stuck in his mouth. Wow. Whew. Okay. So I want to make sure we get a little bit more help before we come up here.
Well, unfortunately, it seems that this ensorcelled armor is tied to the exit. Unless you have a powerful dispelling magic at your disposal that you have neglected to mention, you will have to defeat this thing to undo the seal over the door.
You're saying I have to fight a piece of armor with no obvious weaknesses, or even a person inside to take out? Let me guess, I have to just beat it into a useless hunk of metal, kinda like I did the scarecrows?
Precisely.
I'm really starting to hate constructs.
Alright, our first boss, everybody, let's go! Oh wait, oh! Rage! Okay, this guy's pretty strong. Alright. Back up! Back up! We almost got him down! We almost got him down! Let's go! Come on! Gotta do more better than that, boy!
Finally! This better be worth all the trouble we've gone to, Vair. How are we going to get someone to help us, though? We're breaking in.
Let us consider that later. First, we need to get out of these tunnels.
I mean, I agree.
Someone
We are
might
just
have heard
breaking
the
in.
battle or noticed that the enchantment of the door is broken. We can determine our course once we are safely hidden within the inner ward.
Alright. Alright, let's keep going there. Well, excuse me, I have hiccups.
Ah, nice place.
Thank you. Unfortunately for you, chances are that you will only see it as you are taken away to a prison cell.
Oh.
Get us out of here. We cannot be imprisoned. Not in a cell. Fight! Run! Do something!
Are you joking? There's so many of them! We'll be torn to shreds if we resist!
While we would normally have prevented you from coming this far, Sage Thesserai has taken an interest in you. Now you are to attend him personally.
Whatever you do, do not allow them to incarcerate us. Do not give them a reason.
What does this Thesserai person want with me?
Sage Thesserai said that they found you curious, but did not elaborate.
Oh.
They also said that your meager powers could not pose a serious threat to him or us. Keep that in mind, lest you try something rash.
Who is Sage Thesserai?
Seriously, you broke into here without even knowing who the people in charge are. Not a very wise burglar, are you?
Who are you?
I am a captain within the Avowed City Guard, and probably the person to lock your cell door behind you. That is all you...
Okay, I'll go.
He is waiting for you in Exaltation, the Keep. Consider this an honor, as few of those outside of the Avowed are allowed entry to our home. You are to head directly to the Great Library. Do not attempt to deviate from the main path. We will be watching you.
Alright. I want to buy more armor and stuff though. And potions. So if I deviate from the path, you guys will start attacking me. Alright. I guess I'll go then. Alright. Man, this place looks very beautiful. Hello. Oh, T-Pain.
That is far enough.
Are you Thesserai?
Keep
I
lying.
am.
Why am I here?
Why am I here?
You caught my interest. We have all sorts of detection spells in the sewers. You pinged a half-dozen of them when you sneaked in, and a dozen more when you entered the catacombs.
Poof! I am here. What are your other 2 wishes?
Wishes? I don't, Good one.
What happens to me now?
Do not attempt to resist the spell. If you resist, then we will have to detain you and try again until you cooperate. Lots of extra bother.
As the spell activates, you feel something press against your mind, and on some level you know that it is trying to pry away your ability to lie. The intrusion is sudden and sets your teeth on edge, and your first reaction is to resist. However, considering where you are and the promise of a jail cell, or worse if you do not cooperate, you relax and allow the spell to take hold.
Good. Now let's get the boring stuff over with. Do you intend to harm anyone in this city, be it specifically in terms of property or any other way that includes, but is not limited to, theft, spying, or harassment?
It's an option?
The possibility hadn't really occurred to me.
Really? Well, that's refreshing. Next, why did you sneak into the inner ward?
Be literal. I could just be literal. Be brutally honest, be literal. I don't know why, but I kind of want to be literal.
The creep at the Emerald Door wouldn't let us through.
Yes, that much was implied. What do you want in here?
The help of someone who knows a lot about magic.
Yeah, this would be the right place to look, provided you hadn't managed to get yourself arrested.
I mean, that's true. I did get myself arrested.
Okay, now the interesting stuff. Why do some of our spells register you as a dragon and a human? You aren't some abomination, and you aren't a construct or other made thing.
I mean,
so
true,
what
I'm not.
exactly are you?
Careful.
Okay, he has a lying spell on me, so I can't lie. You may think part dragon, cranky dragon, formal, blunt. Blunt?
A group of people stole the soul of a dragon's body, and it accidentally got put into my body.
I just thought it was a bad thing to say.
They took the body away
I was
after
panicking.
infesting it with some sort of monster.
How about while we've got this handy zone of truth working, you just tell me everything you can about how this dragon came to inhabit you, and we work from there.
Oh god. Did I make the wrong decision?
Well, hopefully they will be able to use what you told us to find out more about this group that you encountered and the monsters accompanying them. In the meanwhile, we need to discuss whether or not Candlekeep will assist you in your predicament.
Alright.
Whether or... How could they refuse us? Tell him that Endan Dravayer demands their aid. It is only fitting that they should restore me to my rightful form.
Endan Dravayer says that he demands your help. That it's only right that you put him back in his body.
Does he now? Well, I don't see as he is in any position to be making demands, much less determining wrong and right.
I am a golden dragon. My very nature is to know right from wrong. Tell him not to question me.
He says that he knows right and wrong better than you do.
Does he?
Well,
I may not be an expert on dragons, but I am a fan of them and have heard his name before. I cannot say that it has been treated with much reverence or gratitude, as Endan Dravayer has a reputation for isolating
name is so
himself
long.
and neglecting to help those in need, even if they ask for his aid.
Alright.
Seems to me that we neither owe him anything, nor that we can trust his moral judgment, much less treat his decisions as lawful, righteous commands.
Maybe we could try to convince
Is there a
you.
way we can convince you to help?
Well, yes, I happen to have something in mind.
Of course you do.
You see, there is a clock tower nearby where a colleague of mine named Adro lives. However, no one has heard from him in some time.
Oh.
Since there have been reports of monsters going in and out as they please, it is probably safe to assume that Adro is now dead.
Oh.
Sad as that is, the old codger had a valuable book in his collection.
Oh, so you only care about the book, okay. I thought you were supposed to be friends.
I want you to clear out the vermin, and if Wizard Adro is imprisoned or injured, help him. If he is missing or dead, then find and take the book. You do this, and we'll call it even as far as your crimes go.
Our crime?
This will clear the charges against us?
Yes,
Okay,
as
good.
these monsters could threaten travelers and any avowed who venture beyond our walls, if left alone.
Alright, I'll do it.
Excellent. Well, in that case, I am looking forward to hearing from you once you have concluded your investigation. Until then, try not to die.
Okay. Alright, I guess we find a book then. Oh, wait, I gotta go this way. Alright. Hello, anybody that has come in. I'm just playing Minecraft X Dungeons & Dragons DLC, which I am excited for. It is already so good. The storytelling is amazing and I love it. I'm so excited. This is just speeding my D&D needs. And the storytelling so far is pretty good. Even though some parts I don't understand, but you know. So far we fought like skeletons, we fought the Placer Beast, we fought I already said skeletons. I'm just so excited I can't even remember what I just said. We fought gelatinous cubes and so much more. I need to buy more armor and stuff and better weapons. But I guess we can do that when I get back. Or is this where the shop is? Ooh, yeah, this is where the shop is. Can I buy this? Can I buy this? Purchase. Nice. Okay. Now I just gotta go here and put my... Oh! Okay, I have my weapon on. Okay. Alright. I need to put this money right here. And... Okay. Purchase. 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 Alright, there we go. Purchase as many as I could. Alright. We'll just put that here, and there we go. Oh wait, where's I supposed to go? Oh wait, I was supposed to go this way. Okay. Oh. Oh wait, no. This way. Why did you choose a random horse? Oh, cool.
I have been instructed to allow you to and from the inner ward as you please. But if you step out of line again, I will arrest you.
Oh, okay.
Enjoy the sights.
Pleasant woman.
I don't know. I figure you two would get along handsomely.
I understand that was supposed to be a joke, but even so, I failed to see the similarities.
Yeah, you would.
Need a lift?
Oh, never mind. Okay. Alright, come on, horse. Oh, this is... Okay, that was weird. I guess we'll just ride the horse there. Now that I got a horse, apparently.
Not these things again!
Alright, stay there, horse. Fight these constructs. Horse, look, don't go anywhere. Why they're growling like dogs?
Why were they here too?
If I were to hazard a guess, they are guarding the path to the tower.
You think the person who put some in the farmers' fields also left these ones here?
Right,
it is possible. We will discover more at the tower, I suspect.
Alright, come on, horse. And let's... Oh! Oh my god! I did not know that was a thing. I didn't see you. I didn't see you. Alright, take that. No wonder I wasn't able to get through the area. Wow, you're really just gonna hit me? Okay. Alright, how about that? And that? And that? Alright, horse, you're gonna have to move out the way. Alright. Get out the way. Alright. Get on my horse. I didn't even know we had something behind us. Can I not get through there? Well, thank you for the ride, horse. Alright. Get off me. Get back. Alright. So we just gotta go this way. I guess we can just walk the rest of the way. There probably was a way for me to bring my horse over here, but I wasn't trying to figure all that out. I'm lazy. Hello. We can get a lot of money now. You wanna go too? We can go. Come on. Fight. Fight me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. Let's keep going. What are those? Are those imps? Where did they even go? Oh. Get back. Get off me. Don't you trying to take my stuff? Alright. And we just gotta go this way. It still has a swimming mechanic, which is cool. I can't say the music is a bit loud. Which I do want to see if I can change that. Oh, well. Well, I might as well fight these guys since I'm here. I wanted to turn down the music, but it wasn't working right, so I'll figure it out in a minute. Once I have to defeat these guys. Get back! Get back! Get back! Alright. Up. I wonder, can I just change it? Let's see. There you go. I feel like it's not as loud now. And we should still be able to hear the voices. Oh wait, where are we going? Let's keep going.
That must be it.
A bit grandiose, but still quite appealing.
That's a... Oh,
there! I see the monsters. Let's get this over with.
Wait, did you hear them? Well, I mean, I know you heard it because I heard it, but whether you acknowledge them or not it's those things again from my cavern.
The goblins and red things are clearly set against the pale creatures. From what little you saw, it seems as if they were caught getting too close to the monsters racing around the tower's base.
What now?
Definitely fighting the monsters around the tower now, though. What should we do?
Vair remains silent, unresponsive save for the occasional guttural growl. The goblins and red things are clearly set against the pale creatures. From what little you saw, it seems as if
one way or another we need to get into that tower. I'm going to see what I can do about these guys.
Let the monster fight or get involved. Well, I guess I'm getting involved. Oh, they poisoned me. Oh, you got to fight me too, okay. Alright. I thought I was trying to help you guys, but I guess not. Let's go into the tower. Wait, was that the wrong way? Oh, okay, that was the wrong way.
Wait. Remember the catacombs. We must assume that this place is similarly trapped.
Okay. Can you see anything with your magic sight?
Yes, but I cannot make out the details from here. Nor am I terribly versed in wizardly magics. The spell on the door to the catacombs was heavy-handed and obvious. These enchantments are more subtle.
Alright.
I can point out general paths and principles, however it may take the two of us to puzzle them out completely.
The inscriptions baffle you, and Vair is struggling to maintain his magic sight, rendering him unable to help.
Okay,
you kick the door and it buckles with a satisfying crack, even as a shot of lightning threatens to knock you down. Shaking off the pain and disorientation, you kick the door again, and this time it swings open, the enchantment holding it shut, overpowered and broken.
I must say those were rather puny defenses as far as wizards' homes go. I'm increasingly inclined to think that someone else has taken residence here.
Human, stop! Leave or we kill you!
It seems that this goblin is facing you reluctantly. Upon closer inspection, it seems that none of the goblins seem terribly eager to fight you, that they are scared of something other than you, as their eyes continue to dart towards the stairs and ceiling.
Whatever it is that keeps you here, whatever man or monster holds you, I can promise that I will fight and defeat them.
If you... The goblin leader shakes his head without taking his eyes off of yours.
No, you too weak! Better fight you than be hunted by...
Alright, well. I should have gone with the 61. It's one that I should have gone with. Because they probably wouldn't have been able to help me. Well, I tried. Let's see, books. Checking all these areas. Actually, I should probably follow the waypoint. It doesn't say where I need to go. Ooh, I see something floating here though. We managed to rebuild some of the wards that Edoros originally had in place, but it was a disaster. I wouldn't be surprised if you heard then stream all the way in Candlekeep when he activated them. He burnt to a crisp, but it wasn't exactly quick. We were too eager to rebuild the ward. Okay. Well, I'm not really too worried about a book. Because I mean, I was stupid with me, but I would rather continue on my way and fight stuff. Read later. Fight now. Like barbarians. Read later, fight now. Ooh, is another place for books? Let's stay on that one. Alright. And let's keep going up. Book? No. Nope. Alright, let's keep going.
Excellent work, brothers and sisters. This wayward lamb will be a worthy offering to our Lord and Savior.
Not me being sacrificed. Of course. Continue.
Break us out of here, Katra, now!
How would I even do that?
Nice try, kid. But this trap was designed to keep creatures far more dangerous than you contained.
I just gotta charge my phone real quick. There you go. Continue.
No! You shall not be caged! You filthy worms, let us out! Let us out!
You attempt to discern any defining features or other aspects of your captors that might provide useful information, but you are not well versed enough in symbols and history to determine who these people are.
Just don't think about being a barbarian with that. I can't. My character doesn't know jack.
I need you to focus. I need you to help us get out. Do you think you could see or find anything useful in this barrier? Maybe a way to dispel it.
I don't. I'll try. There are channels in this barrier that the magic has to flow through. I think that if you touch that glowing point on the wall, you can redirect the magical current to wherever you step. If you pull the current to every part of the barrier, I think it will disrupt the entire working and cause it to collapse. Oh, I'm sorry. It's quite difficult to think and maintain the sight for more than a moment at a time. Please hurry.
Okay.
Oh, that hurt. Vahir, can you help me out a bit? A hint or something?
I'm helping as best I can. Let me focus.
Look at them scurrying about in there, like a mouse caught in a trap. You can't gnaw your way out of this one, vermin.
What do I do then?
Things have been going rather well lately. Perhaps if I continue to perform so well, our Lord will choose me as the next host for his kin. Or perhaps they will even inhabit me themselves once their current vessel dies.
You are not so special, powerful, or talented to merit such an honor. It will go to someone more worthy.
Like yourself? I think not.
Perhaps it is not such a desirable honor in the first place. You have seen what has become of Ophelia. Now that she is our Lord's host, there is nothing left of her.
She has ascended and joined with our Savior. How could you not want such a blessing for yourself?
I would prefer to still be myself. Our Lord promises us survival.
I guess we just
Little
listen.
point in surviving if I cannot still keep my mind and return to my family as I am supposed to be.
Careful. Your hesitance makes me question your devotion.
Like I said, our cause is survival. I will help our Lord with all of my strength for that end, but I would rather stay comfortably in the middling ranks and see others pass me by.
They may do more than simply pass you by.
Okay. But only if you get some special book for him. As much as you hate running errands, you do need these up. So what? With all these traps, who's setting these up? I mean, I agree. That is a lot of traps. I mean, I have this book. I'm very confused on what I do. I don't know. Well, that didn't work. I'm very confused on what I'm supposed to be doing. He says I need to break the channels. How do I do that? I am very confused. Promises you he can help only the promised book. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. I'm so confused on what I'm supposed to do. He said break the channel, but nothing's happening. I'm so lost. Let's see. Some of these fireballs were met with where a part of the tower moves. Should have seen that. Oh, good. The wizard just loud while we try to put it on. Okay. Okay, that didn't work. I'm so confused on what I'm supposed to do. Okay, we can't hit these. Cause you said to break it, but like, nothing's happening. Let me see. Alright, that doesn't really help. I'm very confused on what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm gonna save and quit and go back into the game because it might be I might have just broken it. And then we're gonna go back in. Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm just trying to make sure. Proceed. Sorry for the inconvenience, everybody. We shall continue. I'm so confused. Break something, break the channels. But I can't really do that. Let it happen. confused on how to get past this part.
What's up?
I just want to know how to get past.
Try, kid, but this trap was designed to keep creatures far more dangerous than you contained.
No, no, no! You shall not be caged. Filthy worms, let us out. Let us out, let us out!
Alright. Oh. Okay, so I think my game might just be broken. I'm supposed to just stand on here and just do... Is there anything I could do to fix this? Alright. I'm very confused. Does this work? Okay. I really hope I don't have to do this all over again. I think my game was just glitched. Alright, I think I'm gonna try to figure out how to fix this.
And to keep creatures far more dangerous than you contained.
Ha!
No, no, no! You shall not be caged. Filthy worms, let us out. Let us out, let us out!
Okay, my intelligence, I think, did I upgrade it? No, I didn't, so I think the chance is fairly low that we get a 12. I mean, it's possible. You know what, let's ask the dragon in us for help.
Bayer, I need you to focus. I need you to help us get out. Do you think you could see or find anything useful in this barrier? Maybe a way to dispel it.
Trash. Yeah, let's shoot at it, maybe that'll help.
There are channels in this barrier that the magic has to flow through.
Beam, 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 beam.
I think that if you touch that glowing point on the wall, you can redirect the magical current to wherever you step. If you pull the current to every part of the barrier, I think it will disrupt the entire working and cause it to collapse.
Nice, yeah, like that.
I'm sorry. It's quite difficult to...
Okay. So I think my game is broken. There's supposed to be something on the wall I'm supposed to follow. Alright. What am I supposed to do if the game is broken? Do I have anything in here that can help me? Yeah. Maybe that will help. Nope, that didn't help. Okay.
I need you to help us get out. Do you think you could see or find anything useful in this barrier? Maybe a way to dispel it.
I don't. I'll try.
Okay.
There are channels in this barrier that the magic has to flow through. I think that if you touch that glowing point on the wall, you can redirect the magical current to wherever you step. If you pull the current to every part of the barrier, I think it will disrupt the entire working and cause it to collapse.
Sorry for the inconvenience, everybody.
Oh,
I didn't think
I'm
my game was
sorry.
gonna break.
It's quite difficult to think and maintain the sight for more than a moment at a time. Please hurry.
Okay. Oh.
That hurt. Here, can you help me out a bit? A hint or something?
I'm helping as best I can. Let me focus.
Okay. What? Ah. Okay. Got this. There you go.
What happened?
That was too crazy.
Kill them! Kill them before they flee!
Do not even think about fleeing. Eradicate these scum. Destroy them for daring to imprison us.
Oh.
Hey, are you feeling all right?
Well, I guess that was
We
easy.
got pretty worked up when we were trapped, and I've been pretty quiet ever since.
I am fine.
You're sulking.
All right. But it sounds to me like you're sulking about something.
How dare you? How about rather than pestering me with your inane drivel, you complete this task that was set for you, so that the two of us might sooner part ways and never suffer the other's company again. Be silent and do your job.
Okay. Well, that was pretty fast. I'm glad I restarted it, because I thought I would have to restart the whole game just to fix it. That's the only bug that I faced so far. Is there anything up here? Nope. Let's keep going up the stairs then. Alright. I don't know if there's anything in here I can guess. There's a book. Anything in here? Nope.
As you enter this room, you find the door across from you, the only way forward, shrouded in a magical barrier.
Of course it is.
In the center of the room sits a filled goblet on a pedestal. High above the door shines a crystal that is jammed into a crack between the stones. With Vair's help, you can see that the crystal, goblet, and barrier are linked. Even from where you stand, you can see that the crystal has a series of wards around it, not to mention that even reaching the thing would prove a challenge. Written before the goblet on the pedestal is a note that says, an act of faith and proof of fealty to our Lord. Drink and embrace the shadow of death to demonstrate your devotion.
It would seem that the crystal powers the barrier, and that drinking the goblet's contents will either allow you to pass through it or temporarily lower the defense. Judging by that note, however, I would guess that whatever is in that drink would not be good for your health.
Whatever is in this liquid will certainly hurt you if you ingest it. It will not kill you, but depending on your tolerance for nausea, you may wish it had. You can also tell that the goblet refills as soon as it is emptied. The walls are fairly sheer, but if you get up there, you might be able to disarm the crystal embedded in the wall. Grabbing onto the torch sconces and hauling yourself up, you reach for a crack in the wall for a handhold, only to feel the sconce crack and jerk as it starts to fall from the wall. Surprised and thrown off balance, you tumble from the wall and land heavily on your side, feeling something in your shoulder crack. Grabbing onto the torch sconces and surprised and thrown off balance, you tumble from the wall and the drink is room temperature, but it leaves a sensation like ice pricking your skin as it washes down your throat. Nausea and cramps soon follow, but they are manageable and your body feels otherwise functional.
Are you sure you're ready to face whoever is behind that door?
I have no choice.
This is the last room in the tower, and considering that we have not encountered them yet, it is probably where this lord we have heard so much about is waiting.
I have no choice, so yeah. Oh. Oh my god!
You should not have come here.
You're right, I'll go.
You've certainly made a mess of things, and now our lord is upset.
Yes, though it has been entertaining to watch you struggle and claw your way here one step at a time. You have caused enough damage. Besides, I am bored. While the sacrifices are all well and good, I enjoy brutalizing my victims far too much to ignore what hapless fools wander right through my door.
What kind of battle cry was that? Oh god. Alright. Oh my god. Try to stay away from her. She had so much health. Oh. Oh god. She had so much. Oh god. Alright. Oh god, I need to heal. I got him. Oh! Alright. Oh. I might die with the way you're throwing me. Alright, take that fireball to the face. Oh god. Take that. Oh god, I need to heal. Heal. Oh my god. Okay, dodge. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, there you go. Okay, dude. Okay, I only got one more potion left. Oh god. Taking less damage over here.
There, the Planeswalker's Guide. That is the book that Sage Thesserai sent us to retrieve.
Where's the book? Over here? Or did it fall down here? I don't see the book. This?
Now, what to do about this one? They seem rather powerful, but perhaps Thesserai and the other sages would prefer to keep them for questioning.
What have you done? You've doomed us all!
Do you even know what is coming? You've destroyed our only hope at a safe haven against...
Against what? Enlightenment? Believe me, Novus, there is nothing that can protect you from the forces of the universe. They will learn.
Contra.
Give her some time to see the errors of her ways.
I can't run if I
Then
want to.
she can dream that this never happened and apologizes before waking up. Useful, primitive and temporary, but even these figments of our imaginations that you call people create the occasional useful tool. Have you the eyes for such a thing?
Oh, what the heck is he doing to me?
To recognize what lies in the blackest abyss. It
So you
seems
good?
to me that you might, but no. Never mind. There was something familiar about you. Perhaps something that I met in you some months down the line. Your role in this world is done. Enjoy the coming sleep and, in your slumber, be ready for the awakening once the true gods come to call.
Okay, is he throwing me out the window? Yep. Oh, I fell in water. Cool.
Can you walk? Swim? Get us out of the water. Move now!
I try.
I did not think to see that thing here. That was more than we bargained for when we took this job.
True God?
What was that about dreams and true gods?
I am as much in the dark as you are. They sounded at least half mad to me.
You okay?
Are you okay? You seemed really shaken when it showed up.
And you seem to be thrown from the top of a tower. Nothing about that encounter was normal.
That is true.
No chance we can go after that masked man, can we?
You would even want to? Are you mad? They toyed with you like a cat with an injured bird. You should feel fortunate that they went through a portal and that you are unable to pursue them. Hopefully they are gone far, far away.
I think I've had enough of this tower and everything in it. You?
Yes, I think returning to Candle Keep and its walls seems like a very reasonable and pleasant proposition.
Alright.
Though I will admit that I want to know what they have done with my body. We were in no shape to contend with that man or monster or whatever manner of creature is behind that mask. Even if we should find a way to track them, though, perhaps there is nothing to be done for my body anyhow. It could already be gone, or simply pursuing that masked figure will result in both of our deaths. For now, report to Thessarai. They will want to know what we have found.
Oh, sir, why are you back here? Are you just trying not to burn this then? Thank you. Is my horse still here? No. Well, we just gotta walk everywhere. Which I don't mind. Makes it more fun. Oh, there's my horse. I'll come back and get you later. Oh, there's no
You know,
horse.
you've been rather quiet since we left the tower. Something I should know?
Oh. Talk to it.
I might not have much to offer, and might not be very experienced, but maybe we can talk through whatever is on your mind. If you want to, of course.
I let my emotions get the better of me. When we were trapped in that barrier, I was not thinking clearly, and even if I had been clear-headed, there was so little that I could do. It's galling.
Oh, I gotta charge my laptop before it dies. Continue.
I feel as though I am not much of a dragon anymore. I cannot say as I even feel particularly useful. I feel weak. Ever since I lost my body, I have had little or no control over my life. It's unsettling. I hate it.
Is there anything I can do for you?
No, I do not think so. But thank you for asking.
Oh, we're starting to get along in our little song. We're gonna put that here. We need to buy more healing potions. Alright. Oh, no more healing potions. That's sad. Alright. Wait, no, I think it's the other way. Let's go. I want some more healing potions though. That's okay. Oh, the music started playing again. Nice. Dragonborn. Alright. Up the stairs we go. Up the stairs we go. Hello.
Ah, I was wondering if you would return at all. I considered scrying to see if you had decided to just make a run for it. Glad to see you didn't.
Here's a
We've
book.
got the book you wanted.
Ah, excellent. Oh, does that mean that, Adro...
We were too late.
We were too late. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yes, so am I. Though I will admit that I had assumed the worst already. Hearing it confirmed is still something of a shock. By the way, do you know what was being done in the tower?
A cult of devil worshippers had taken over his tower and removed him.
Devil worshippers? That's a bit, extreme.
Yeah.
I certainly hope that Adro had nothing to do with them. So many people seem to forget how committing your soul to a devil is usually a rather permanent affair. I would not want that for him. He could be unpleasant, yes, but he was a good man, all things considered. Do you know what they wanted from his tower, or why they were there?
Portal?
They had some sort of portal. I think they were using it to summon more devils and stay in contact with the devil in charge.
That cannot have been their only reason for being
Yeah.
there, though. They could have taken residence and opened a portal anywhere.
That's true.
Well, they did say something about needing a safe place. They thought there was some sort of impending calamity and were using the tower as a fortress.
Really? Did they say what this calamity would entail?
We didn't really get that far in conversation. Between them trying to sacrifice me and all that.
All right, that is fair. I suppose I had hoped for too much.
We did, however, run into that masked man we told you about, though. The one that was in the cave when Vyre was taken out of his body.
Continue.
Really? What happened?
He sounded like he was spouting nonsense. Neither Vyre nor I could figure it out, but he then killed one of the cultists and their leader before taking whatever they were using to open the portal. A couple of its minions were also killed outside the tower while fighting against the things living there.
Pretty fair indication that they're not exactly friendly acquaintances, then.
So now what? You intend to uphold your end of the bargain?
Yes, the charges against you have been wiped clean.
Nice.
Okay. So what are you going to do now to help us?
Help you? Whoever said that I would help you?
You did? You said that you would help us if we cleared out the tower and got your book for you.
I said that I would wipe the slate clean regarding your criminal activities and waive your fee for entrance to the Great Library. The matter of helping you with your little identity crisis is something else entirely.
That's dirty! You made it sound like you were going to help us. You just used us.
Right. It did sound like that, didn't it? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Just toying with you a bit. I was planning on helping you from the start, as the problem piqued my curiosity.
Oh,
Though this ought to remind you that you should be careful about what someone says and what you agree to. There are plenty of devious people and creatures out there. Either way, I'd actually already begun investigating some leads. This may not exactly align with my specialty, but we have hundreds of researchers in my department, so I've enlisted their help.
Nice.
You can just do that? Get them to drop their own projects?
Of course. What good is being a head bureaucrat if you cannot throw around your weight a little every now and then?
And speaking of assistance, I should also note that no one has been able to identify the creatures that you described to me earlier. That in itself is rather peculiar, considering how many people in this city are fascinated with magical creatures. None of our experts had any answers, though. Fortunately, the Avowed are a curious lot, and are working all the harder to determine who or what you encountered. Since you ran into one of their kind again, if their bodies are still where you slew them in the woods, finding and examining their anatomy would go a long way towards solving the riddle. I will send someone out to find and retrieve them.
What should Vair and I do in the meanwhile?
Well, you're always welcome to find other work in the area. Otherwise, you have been through quite a lot in the past few weeks. Go to the inn, get some rest. Come see me again once you've had a solid night's sleep. I may have some more information for you by then.
Okay, go to the inn and get a room. Yeah, I think I definitely needed some sleep after all that. Alright. Time to go to sleep. Went the wrong way. I think we go out this way. Yeah. On we go. I wonder, do we take fall damage? Oh. Well. I guess I answered my question. We can't just jump off of stings. Sadly. Okay, this way. More tieflings, more dragonborns, humans. Everything you just need in D&D. On my way. Oh. So many people just spawned in. Dragonborn. Hello.
What can I do for you?
Do you have an open room for the night?
Yeah, haven't had a lot of customers lately since most travelers aren't being let into the city. So you got your pick of the place. Just be 1 gold piece.
Yikes, that's kind of pricey.
It's the lowest rate I can offer. Take it or leave it.
Here you go.
Thank you. Now, let me just show you to your room.
I like how it just says D.
No. Stay away.
Oh.
No. Stop it. Leave me alone.
He's having nightmares.
Go away.
Vair! Endandra Vair! It's okay!
No.
There's no one here.
Leave
It's
me.
just us.
Get back.
Just us, okay?
Where are they? Contra, where are they? They.
That's not the first time you've had a dream like that. It's getting worse.
Yes, they are.
What were you dreaming about?
You needn't pretend. You saw it too.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Okay. Oh, I just went back to sleep. Alright. Ooh. Yes, I shall take all of that. Lango. Though I would like some more healing potions, though. Alright. Okay, so I'll get out.
About last night.
Please, do not speak of it.
Oh.
It's just that, was the experience really that bad? Having your body stolen. I know you were scared, but those dreams you have and the way you acted when the cultists caught us.
I said not to speak of it. I want no reminder of that. But if you really insist on satisfying your childish, idiotic curiosity, then just know this. Having my soul ripped from my body was the most painful thing that I have ever experienced. I did not know that pain could be so complete or overwhelming. Not being able to do anything about it was even worse. Now be silent and go speak with the sage.
Alright. He sounds very upset. Alright, so we shall go speak with the sage there. Alright, that person's just wearing a crown. Let us continue. Oh, it's getting dinner time. I gotta eat in a bit. But I want to keep continuing first.
Ah, there you are. Yvonne and I have been working on your conundrum. I have some good news and I have some bad news.
Good news?
Let's hear the good news.
Well, to begin with, we have found a way to safely separate Vair's soul from your body and put it back into his own while expelling the parasite that is latched onto him.
Oh, bad news?
What's the bad news?
The bad news, I'm afraid, is that the artifact you need to put Vair back into his own body is rather far away, and may not actually be where we think it is. You see, while investigating, we encountered two principal problems. Removing and transporting another creature's soul is actually rather simple if you have the appropriate knowledge or equipment.
Okay.
I've done it myself on several occasions. The problems are that Endandravair's body is already inhabited by a living creature that may have some control over it, and furthermore, we do not know how much damage this creature has inflicted on Vair's body, nor whether removing the parasite forcibly would do even more.
Oh.
For all we know, removing the creature would kill Vair's body, and trying to put his soul back into it would be, well, pointless. He would simply die as any other creature does when their body expires. To address this, we tracked down an artifact known as the Rod of Alignment. Its relatively simple, if exceptionally powerful function, is to set things back into their natural intended state.
Oh.
It can only do so on a limited scale and needs time to recharge, but it should do the trick.
Okay.
What's the catch?
The catch is that, like I said, we are not absolutely sure about where it is. We just have a very good guess that will at least put you on the artifact's trail.
Will that be enough on its own?
Yes, though depending on how powerful the parasite is, you will likely need to weaken the creature before the artifact can extract it. Living things can resist magical effects, but weakening the target will reduce its ability to do so. The rod was last seen in the possession of Myastan Kimmerin, a morally dubious Dragonborn druid.
Alright.
Without getting into too many details, he was last seen with it in Icewind Dale when going to speak to a storm giant friend of his who lives in the area.
Okay.
There have not been any reports of the artifact since that visit, though Kimmerin has certainly left their mark on various places without it in the intervening time, so we think it may have been left in the storm giant's keeping.
These just remind me of Skyrim NPCs where you just walk in on you.
If not, then they may have an idea of where to find it.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, and one last thing. One of our occultists was able to identify those grinning creatures that you have encountered. They are called Grue, and are part of a large, mysterious category of creatures commonly called Starspawn.
Oh.
Whatever their purpose is here, it cannot be good. The few times the Starspawn Grue are mentioned in our books usually labels them as minions, shock troopers, and harbingers for even greater evils and agents of ancient mad gods. How they came here is unknown, but their very presence is troubling. The people working with them probably worship whatever elder god the Grue serve.
I didn't even notice that my thing was like that. Okay, there you go.
I suspect that you have found a cult of the Old Ones, which may explain why the man in the mask was interested in the devil cultists you found in Adros Tower. They would likely have similar goals and could be using similar resources.
Okay.
The sage seems to be fairly composed, but he could be concealing something. It's hard to say.
Thank you for the information.
Limited as it was. Keep this with you as you travel. You can use this to contact me from anywhere in Faerun at any time. If you're in dire trouble, or if you encounter something that might be very interesting to me, use that. Otherwise, abuse this privilege and I will sever the connection permanently. Now go down to the docks and you will find passage on a ship heading north. Good luck.
Oh. Alright. Okay, unlock the fire shield scroll. Oh, that's a spell. Alright. I guess we keep going then. Let's go! Looks like it's starting to get nighttime. Man, it's so sad that they don't let me jump off of stuff. There's no fall damage. But it's okay. I'll live with it. It's bad I can't take my axe out of my hand. Maybe it's just in case you don't lose it. Which, I mean, I would 100% probably lose it. Alright, hello.
Need a lift?
Yep.
The voyage north is long, and you discover an intense dislike of the sea, as you find yourself repeatedly clutching the ship's railing and spewing out various meals into the waves. As the voyage continues, the air also grows colder, as settlements and cities along the coast become fewer and far between. By the time the captain tells you that your destination is near, you have already started counting how many seconds it takes for your puke to freeze against the hull of the ship. Looking up from the railing, though, you see a dark shape looming through the blowing snow, and something about it that has nothing to do with the cold causes you to
I see
shiver.
the prison inspector has caught your eye. Best hope you don't find yourself going there anytime soon, unless you have business.
What is that place?
It's called Rivel's End, an apt name if ever there was one, as I've not known anywhere bleaker or more devoid of joy. There is a prison built to hold the worst criminals that mankind has to offer. Whether the sorry souls stuck in there deserve it or not, well, I can't say.
Okay.
Again, prisons. How is it that humans are so taken with prisons, cells, and confining each other? It's unsettling.
Yeah.
Why build something like that all the way out here?
Well, the nice and fancy folk don't want no reminders of the dirty and dangerous people that they've locked up. So they put them as far from civilization as you can imagine. Care Dineval notwithstanding.
How much farther until port?
Not much farther at all. See, there's our harbour. Just keep heading along that there path and you'll find your way to Care Dineval. Not much of a place for southerners, between the cold and the rough company, but you'll find shelter from the blizzards, and food. Good luck, wherever your journey takes you.
Well, thank you, Captain. Alright.
Oh, what a miserable place.
How are you cold? I can hear you shivering.
That
doesn't make sense. I'm the one who has to walk through this.
Oh, maybe because I am not simply a passive observer, and I am actually sharing your body. How many times must I explain this?
Maybe I don't go through here.
But shivering? Thought you needed your own body for that.
Never mind. Why would anyone choose to live in such a dismal part of the world?
Judging by what the captain said along the way, people who either don't want to be found or have nowhere else to go.
Lovely. Well, if we are to keep our visit as brief as possible, I would suggest finding the nearest bartender or such who might have heard rumors of a giant.
Ask a local bartender if they know about a storm giant. Okay. Oh, I just saw monsters that way. Alright. Well, I probably have to go over there soon. So far it's quiet. It's too quiet. And I feel like monsters are going to show up soon. Just waiting for it to happen. No? Not letting my dart down though. Oh, okay. Just as I thought. Alright. Oh. Alright. Take that. Okay, he always tried to hit me at the same time. Bruh, I'm pretty sure I dodged that. Okay. There we go. And then we just let our health regenerate as we walk. Because we only got 3 healing potions, so only use them if we need to. Alright. this person has way more healing potions. Purchase, and purchase. Cancel. Alright, we only got 50. Ooh. I wonder if this stuff is better. Sure. Probably not better than my current armor. Alright, where is... Oh, okay, there it is. Ooh. Does this say +2? I might take that. Alright. Purchase. There we go. Oh wait. Okay, it wasn't my same X. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. Alright, who am I?
If that bump don't pay his tabs soon, I'll close down the bar. That'll get half the town on
seen
his
you around
case.
before. What do you want?
I was like, who am I? Who's talking to me?
Have you heard anything about a storm giant in the area? I'm looking for one that's supposed to live nearby.
Storm giant? That ain't like a frost giant? Or do you mean a stone giant? Because we got plenty of those up on our spine. I sometimes wander this way to hunt and raid.
No, I mean storm giant.
Then I've got nothing for you. Though you could always ask Kelly Goat Kicker. She's been around a fair amount, one of those adventurer types, always looking for mercenary work and places to explore. You can usually find her down by the lakeside docks.
Have you had any disappearances around here? Strange sightings, anything?
It's Icewind Dale. People go missing in the storms all the time, and monsters come down from the mountains and the tundra every day.
Oh.
Still, if you mean anything outside of that, no. Can't say as I've heard anything. People who get lost in the storms are either found within a week, alive, or turned into a walker. And the monsters are the same as ever. Then again, I did hear that something's been going on with the dwarves up in, Kelvin's Cairn. Lots of rumors and stories coming from them, though I don't think they've had any misfortune themselves. Just heard things through the grapevine.
Okay,
so long.
Seriously? You're not even gonna buy a meal or a room? Oh, wasting my time.
Sir. Okay. Relax. Hello.
Are you Helia?
And who wants to know?
What kind of voice is that?
My name is Katra, and I'm looking for a storm giant that's supposed to live in the Dale. Have you heard of anything like that?
Storm giant. Well, I'd be lying if I said I knew exactly what you're on about, but, well, my partner and I did see something right queer in the mountains about a month back, and it was definitely giant and definitely stormy at the time.
Any details you can give me?
Hi. There's a trail on the opposite side of this lake, right across from us. That goes up into the mountains, as called the Spine. A blizzard started blowing around one of the peaks in particular, just a few years before I showed up here. Now, my partner and I, we thought we'd go see if anything were up that way. Thought maybe we'd find some magic item or a wizard or something causing the storm. Maybe knock some sense into them or get some loot from the expedition.
And what does this have to do with the giant?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
So, after about an hour marching through the storm, we hear this voice in the blizzard saying, "Turn back and you'll die here," and some such. We weren't about to pack it in though. Thing is, the snow was getting so thick and high around us, we could hardly even walk and it was getting dark.
Okay.
We tried to find shelter, but just kept getting turned around in the storm, and we were getting right cold. Cold, to the point you don't feel no cold no more. Wasn't until I hit the ground and everything started going black that I realized I was freezing to death.
Oof.
But then, next thing I know, I'm awake. My toes and fingers hurt something fierce from the frostbite, and my whole body was stiff, but
this sounds
there
horrible.
I was, lying next to my partner. We'd been taken all the way down the mountain to a little cave, and someone had even set up a fire for us. But here's the kicker. There weren't no footprints around us. Nothing in the snow.
Ooh.
'Twere the wildest thing I ever seen, and I still ain't been able to figure it out.
She seems sincere about this story, at least for the most part. A few embellishments here and there, but the core of it and many of the details ring true to your ear.
You said like a mum. You mean the face was a woman's?
Oh, far as I could tell, real flat. Smash nose. But I was about delirious from the cold, so don't take that part of the story too seriously.
Where's your partner now?
Mikkel. Oh, the cowardly bum had enough of adventuring after that incident. He's working as a miner up in Kelvin's Khan, with a bunch of our kinsmen now.
Thank you for your time.
Well, that is at least a little promising. What say you, Katra?
It's the only lead we've got at the moment, so it's probably worth investigating.
Okay.
Want to hear about how me mate and I fought off a dragon? Well, it were a little one, but still.
No, thank you. I really hope I don't get stuck in the snow. Hello, horse. Alright, let's go. Looks like it's over there. Oh, this driving is so weird. Alright. Only if I can move my thing on my face, that would be okay. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. But maybe I could just pass it and just ignore it.
I should warn you, in case you did not already know. Dragons and giants have a long-standing rivalry that verges on hatred, depending on the parties involved. Storm giants are known as goodly, if stern, creatures, but regardless of this one's disposition, it might be for the best if you do not mention my presence or involvement.
Something else to complicate things. That's good to know. Thanks.
Alright, you can go back, Horsey.
This story will be the end. Where are you?
Oh.
This place. I just want to talk.
There you go. Is that a leopard? What is that thing? Okay. Yeah, hit it like that. Okay, he didn't like it at all. At least I can give him more stuff to buy, more potions. Oh. Alright. Get off me. Alright. Alright. These guys are strong. Get that fireball. Oh. Alright. Alright guys, let's keep going. There's a guy up there. Oh, okay. Alright, sir. Alright.
You shall not proceed!
Oh.
You tread a dangerous path, human. If you have come to rob or hunt me, then I hope that you have made peace with yourself.
I did not.
That is a storm giant, and one who has ascended beyond the restrictions of their body, it seems. They aren't just controlling the storm around us. They are the storm. It is a part of them. Be careful.
Speak now and tell me your purpose in coming here.
She's quite guarded and wary of you, but contrary to her words, she does not seem to want to harm you, though is unwilling if you dread her. Whoa, aggressive. Don't know.
Do you know a druid named Myaston Kimmerin?
No. Should I?
You see recognition flicker across her broad features at Kimmerin's name, but can also tell that the subject has made her even more guarded.
I think you do know them, and I need help, and I think that either you or he can give it to me.
I am listening.
My friend has been infested with a parasite that has also displaced his soul. We were told by the Sage of Magic at Candlekeep that his best hope is to find the Rod of Alignment, which was last seen with Kimmerin.
And what if I refuse to help? What will you do?
Him dying is bad. At your mercy. I'll ask nicely?
I could ask really nicely? I mean, I'll beg if you want me to, but that feels a bit degrading.
No, there is no need to go that far. Perhaps I can find it in myself to compromise, though. This is a powerful item that you seek, and not something to be handed over lightly.
Okay.
Though perhaps you will do. Very well. I indeed possess the rod and am willing to part with it in return for a favor. The druid who last held the rod is indeed a friend of mine. Kimmerin, however, has a tendency to use force to protect the wilderness and its creatures rather than negotiate. The Lord's Alliance decided that they had suffered his vigilantism long enough and have imprisoned him in the great fortress they built nearby, known as Revel's End.
So I go in there, don't I?
I cannot enter that bastion, as its magic wards me away. If you want the rod, then you must find a way to free Kimmerin. Once he is with me again, the rod will be yours.
She holds every card and could betray the deal once she has what she wants, but her demeanor inclines you to think that she is sincere.
I am not thrilled about the idea of freeing a criminal, but if it is what I must do...
It is the only condition I will agree to. You will do this thing. A last warning to you. Beware the prison, for it is not just a trapped and warded fortress. Something has changed lately. I have not seen the guards at their outposts for nearly a week, and there is now a ferocious flying creature there.
Oh my god, is it a beholder?
Every time I've tried to approach since its appearance, it has beaten me back, rather severely at one point. I do not know if the jailers have summoned it as an additional guardian, or whether it is there for other reasons. But be wary of a dark creature with bat-like wings.
Bat-like
Hope
wings?
that you do not encounter it.
I don't think a beholder has bat
Good
wings.
luck.
Okay.
That is all a rather tall order, and none of it too encouraging.
Let's keep
At
going,
this
then.
point, the best we can
I guess
do
we're
is
gonna
probably
be in a battle.
investigate the prison, see if we can
Battle
identify some of its
time.
defenses and any gaps
Time
therein.
to go into battle. Can I run or no? I probably can't run because I'm on snow. That would make sense. But we're gonna continue, and now we got to go do something for a storm giant, which is very interesting. Oh, horse, you still here? Come on, horse. We gotta go get the. We gotta go save a prisoner. Just dodge all these people. No, thank you. I'm not trying to fight you. And of course, I get hit. I hope everybody's having a good day and enjoying me playing Minecraft Dungeons and Dragons DLC, which is new. Ooh, free money. I'll take that. Let's go before he keeps trying to hurt me. Alright. I'm glad that I got you, horse, because doing this on foot would take forever. Oh my god, that's a snow leopard. Nope. No, thank you. Hey, you can stay right there. Thank you, horse. Thank you for being fast. Alright. What in the world is that? Ooh, the music's getting good. Let's go. Alright. Alright, horse. While I'm in here, please don't go away, because I really don't want to walk all the way back there. I really don't. Ooh. So far, this game is very beautiful. Alright. Let's keep going. I guess I'm just gonna
No
have to
sign of
review-
that creature that Nalkar warned us about. Can you discern anything noteworthy?
Perception. Of course.
Forcing our way in isn't going to be an option, I don't think.
No, I think you are quite right about that.
Okay, I think I'm inside my horse. Hello? Oh, okay. Goodbye, horse. Please don't go too far.
Perhaps we can strike a deal with whoever runs the prison. Barring that, simply seeing the inside might give us some ideas about how to get Kimmerin out.
Alright.
Still no guards? You would think that someone would have stopped or questioned us by now. I do not like the feel of this. Make sure that the front door stays open and unlocked, too. I do not wish to be trapped in here. See what you can find through that hole. There might be another passage or something similar. Something to lead us out of here.
Alright, I can do that. Unless you mean this cage right here, which I just went to. Oh no, you meant this hole. Okay. Alright, let's see what kind of monsters we're gonna be fighting this time. So far we've got skeletons, placer beasts, oozes. What's next?
That looks like it connects to the door in the entryway, and judging by these notes, most of the rest of the prison, too. It seems to be a full containment and lockdown system. Everything is barred and sealed. Perhaps there's been a prison riot or some revolt? Messy as that may be, it could provide a good distraction for getting inside and extracting Kimmerin.
Oh, are we gonna let everybody loose? Okay. I mean, that's what we're doing. Sure. There we go. Everybody is loose now. I guess that's what we had to do. Alright, it's time to go back. Where do we go now? Do we go up here? Oh wait. My waypoint's not really showing me where I need to go. So I guess maybe there was something in that room I just missed. That's probably what I did. I probably missed something annoying me. Because I'm blind. Are these buttons? Do any of these do anything? Probably not. Nope. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So far, these aren't really doing anything. Alright. It could probably do this distraction. Okay. Maybe I need to go outside. Maybe that's what I need to do. I will see if I need to go back outside. I'm still new to this game, so I don't really know anything. Okay, nope, not outside. And what do I do then? Huh. There must be something around here that I'm missing. Is it spilling like Skyrim again, where I get lost and I don't know what the heck I'm doing? I can figure it out though. I can figure it out. I just have to see if I'm missing anything. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or is it like a combination that I had to figure out? That I have no idea. Is it a puzzle? Alright, I will figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe like that? I have no idea. What am I supposed to do? Okay, it looks like it connects the door to the entryway, and judging by those notes, most of the rest of the person too seems to be falling like a lockdown system. Everything is boarded and sealed. Perhaps there has been a person right or something that may see that it could provide some tricks for getting inside. Okay. That's what I did. So what do I do now? What do I do now, game? What do I do now? It's not telling me, but knowing me, I'm probably just missing something. Because half the time I'm just blind. Can I go through here? No. Can I go in here? No. Okay, yep, I am just blinded. Blind on what I'm supposed to be doing. There's more buttons. But I don't think these do anything. Very confusing. I've never been that good at puzzle stuff. I hope the game didn't glitch again, because I already had a problem with a glitch. I really hope it didn't break again. I'm gonna be very sad if it did. Okay. There's buttons on this wall. Is there anything back here? I'm so bad at puzzles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I wonder if it's just glitched again. Might be glitched again. Ooh. Okay, first I want to fix it because it might be glitched again. No. Why do they keep exiting me out? Alright. Alright, did that fix it? I guess we shall see. This game really doesn't give you that much information on what to do. It's just like, ah yes, you just need to go here and do that. And then when I go here and do that, I get stuck in an area. I let all the levers down like I was supposed to. So what in the hell am I supposed to do now? Am I just supposed to stand here and look pretty? Okay. Let's see, does that help? Sorry guys for the inconvenience. The game seems to have frozen. Glitched, not frozen, glitched. Cause I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, let me let these back up. Am I missing something? We go to my quest. There's no sign of movement either at the door nor in any of the windows. Something feels off, but this may be your best chance of getting in without anyone noticing. Okay. That doesn't really help me, but okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm totally missing something. And I don't know what it is. I'm always so bad at puzzle games. But I really want to play this game. What am I missing today? What is it? What am I missing? I don't know. I want to try to figure this out myself without trying to get help from YouTube. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Can you show me what to do? The wayfinder is not working either. Alright. I am stuck. Up, I accidentally used my rage on accident. Well, that's gay. There we go. At least get that out of the minuses. I can't figure this out. Looks like a connection door shut down. Perhaps there has been a prison riot or something revolting, or something revolt. But see that there may be some riot instruction getting inside. And there's again. What do I do with these stupid things? I'm so confused. Maybe I'll eat and come back later. Alright, I'm gonna go eat some dinner, then I'll come back and play this again. This game is very confusing. But I'm gonna continue.